All right, we should be live. So, today, we're going to be continuing on with the shopping cart project, which I hope to finish in the next 2 or 3 streams. I don't know, we'll see. But today, I'm going to work on the API, getting the API hooked up. We'll probably leave styling to you know, a later date. But I'm going to use this fake store API, and we're going to see if I can create a user and then create a cart for that user. So we can give that a shot. I'm also going to get the data fetching docs up. Just as a reference. I also have my notes too on the other screen. So we could make a custom hook for that. Yeah, because we have to deal with the loading state too and everything, right? Okay. So let's put that in its own folder. And I'll just kind of like use this template, I think. And then so we do a use effect. Then we do an await fetch URL.json and set state data and then data fetch, and then we return data, an object as the state here. What's wrong with the use effect? Oh, because we didn't import it. There we go. Okay, so that should be good. I'm also gonna do this. Let's see if this fixes our screen brightness problem. There we go. Much better. Okay. So now we have that hook, and then we can use that inside of just the home page, I think. Just as a test. Or, yeah. Or even inside of the root. because I just want to test loading this. So we'll say base URL is https://fakestoreapi.com. And then yeah, and then we'll say const. Actually, we'll do it in the shop. Actually, now that I think about it. I don't know if there's like a way for, yo Jay, how's it going? I don't know if there's like a common practice in React for like declaring constants and other globals, but I'll just put it inside of the shop for now. Oops. Okay. And then we can get the data from that. I just want to see if this works. So we'll do a I've seen some people put them in an env variable. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna screw around with env vars again. Let's just say product data. Actually, maybe I need to make it as data equals use data from base URL plus. Actually, you know what? This would be easier because I could just put the base URL inside of the hook. That would make more sense, I think. So we can actually amend this URL. So what we can do is inside of this, we can put this guy like this, because this is never going to change. So we can do base URL plus the URL. Just something like this. So we only have to put the relative one, which is /products. Just want to see if this works. Then we have to import it, of course. And then I just want to return it onto the screen. I think it was like, and then I can do it was JSON.stringify. Oh, maybe. Whoops. If I could spell properly. Maybe it needs to be all caps. Oh, right. No, this should be fine. Yo, how's it going? Jose. Why is this not working? I feel stupid. I could just oh yeah. Got you. Thanks. Okay. And then it was like null 2 or something, right? That's how we did it? Yeah, sorry, I'm just warming up mentally still. Okay. All right, so it did return stuff. That's what we wanted. However, we can do a conditional, so we can say, just to test like loading. What was their loading stuff? If not data, return loading. So we could have some sort of snippet here. So we could say like, I don't know. So that's good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get that data. Just to make sure that the API was working, which it is. So I could have some sort of snippet here. I'm just trying to think about how I wanna, like what type is this anyway? Like I guess it's a fragment. const content equals data, and then we can have some sort of return, otherwise return something else. So we can say if the data is there, we return this. Otherwise, we return like p like loading. Something like this. I'm assuming you're not far off completing the Odin path. Yeah, so I am, I am on the last React project for the React course in the Odin project. So I've just got the shopping cart and then a couple more React concept lessons here. And then after that, I just have the databases, Node.js, pretty much. So yeah, I would probably say I'm like 75% of the way done the React or the Odin project. I don't know. So yeah, it's been pretty all right. JSX element, and then I can render that in here like this, right? So then if it doesn't fetch right away, it says loading and then appears. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, you personally hated the databases, not trying to put you off. Yeah, that's fair. I don't mean to, toot my own horn or anything, but my day job is I work in IT. So, but like specifically, I work with databases a lot in my job. So I'm actually like, databases is probably going to be like the easiest thing for me, or like one of the easier things for sure. We don't work with like basic SQL. It's more like DAX formulas, because the agency I work for is entirely Microsoft, unfortunately, and we don't have SQL for anything. So okay, so we have our shop items, right? And then we want to obviously put these into cards, right? You just worked on Access and MongoDB before and really didn't like it. Yeah, that's fair. I've worked. I haven't used MongoDB, but I've used Postgres before. Once for school, we had to use Postgres. Postgres and DB2, which DB2 is like 30 years old. Or 40 years old. It's really ancient. But I had to do that for my databases class. So yeah, anyway, I need to get obviously, for when we get this data. So it's a list of these objects, right? So we need to get this object into a type. Yeah, we started out with Access, which was really ancient as well. Yeah, like Microsoft Access. You love Postgres and Prisma. Yeah, I've never. I forget what Prisma is, but Cool. All right, so can I just do the one product like this? Okay, then it just returns one product. Only because I want to just test that. Oh, an ORM. Got you. Okay. I just want to test getting one product and then styling it based on the like, can I make this whatever I want? Can I make this like product data? I think so. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it needs to be data. Okay. That's fine. Because I did name it data inside of this use effect. Const data is use data, and then I need to iterate through that, right? Can I do like ranges of products, I wonder? Get a single product as product/ID. Yeah, probably not. I probably have to send multiple requests. Data, product data. Okay, got you, yeah. But then that would need to be a list. But I need to actually get that into a type, right? Where's the best spot to do types for that? I guess I could do another types folder, right? And then new file inside of here as product data.ts. and then, or I can even call it like, yeah, I could just do export type product data, and then we can do this. We can do ID, or sorry, ID string, title string, price, number, product type.ts or product.model. Oh, okay, got you. I'll rename it, thanks. Whoops, cancel. .type.ts. Does it have to be lowercase by convention? Like, is it lowercase, like, or snake case? Like, I don't know what casing the convention is. They typically are. Okay, got you. I'll just do product then. Description, string, category. We should probably have a custom type for category, but I'm just gonna leave it as string. Image is also a string, and then rating is another object which has a rate, which is a number, and a count. Cool. Components are typically capital. Got you. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so I've got this product type, right? I can even call it product type, even. Or something like this, right? So that's good. And then now we can say this is a product type, which we need to import, of course. Import type, product type. What is the problem? Product type is not what? Or does it need to be like this? Does it need to be like this? Or something, I don't know. Then this isn't data product data. Oh, okay, got you. Wait, but why are we calling this? Like, where's this product data coming from then? Kind of confused about that, I think. That still works. I'm just having this as a non-array. Actually, you know what? I can do it as an array for right now. If you want to rename data. Oh, I see. That's what it is. Got you. So I can have it as product data. I didn't know that was like that like worked like that, actually. But then does product data need to be declared? It's giving me something here. Length pop push concat. Oh, because I need this to be like this. That's why. Okay. And then do I need to type the product data? I probably need to do that, right? No? Interesting. You know what? For what it's worth, I'm just going to leave it. I still don't know why this isn't happy. Data does not exist on type. It's because it's an array. I don't know. This is the thing with TypeScript, right? Okay. Let's you'd actually have to do data product. Oh, it's so annoying. So I'd have to do it like this. But then I can't have two type declarations. So I can do it oh. Like that. I see. Okay, I got you. Because this is an object with data inside of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. We're good. That works. Okay. Okay, so then the other thing I want to do is I need to handle creation of a dummy user, right? because I think this API lets us create our own cart that's attached to a user. So we don't even need really a user. We can just create like a dummy user on boot or something, right? I think we could do that. I think we could create like a dummy user on boot that's just like ID 0, and then we use that with like no username, no email, no password. I don't know if that'll actually work though, or if that's even like a good way of handling this, because this does have users and carts. Because if we can add to cart, if we can update a cart and add and get carts, then we could use this for the cart. Instead of having I think, I'm not 100% sure if this works this way, but then that would make it easier, because then we don't have to manage our own cart data ourselves, right? I don't know. We can also just work on getting the shop items looking nice first. So we can work on the display for this. I think that's probably the best course of action for now. So then what this would be is we would have this data here, and then we would iterate through, and then we would map this data, and then create a another component that's like a shop item or something, right? And then we would basically create shop items and then pass the data in as a prop, right? So that's kind of what we need to do next. So let's do let's say shop item, and then const shop item, and then we'll say shop data as product type, or product data, maybe even. We could even call this just product. Product. You can even just call it product. Product card. I don't know. I'm just like making shit up. Product card, yeah. Oh yeah, this typing won't work that way. Product data, product type, and then export product data card. Okay, so that's fine. So there's our product card, and then we can just do return. We can just return like the title, right? We could just, for now, let's just, to make it simple, we'll just do h1 of the product data dot title, right? Just to see that this works. We'll worry about styling later. So then we'll hook up we'll do a data dot map here. So we'll do a data dot map. Does this work this way? Or do I need to do it outside of this, like data dot map? Yeah, that's how it works. And then we can say item. And then we return within here. However, this would need to be within, I think this would need to be like within its own tag, right? Like a UL or something. Like we could do an unordered list or some sort of way of handling it. Or even if it's just a div with a grid. You would do it, okay, that's fair enough. So we'll just say const content, and then if data return, or content, oh wait, this doesn't work like this. But if it's a const, I guess we'll just do let content, because does it make sense to declare the content in two different spots? Like that's the only thing. Because this way we can do it like this. We can do content equals p loading dot dot dot, right? And then otherwise and then we do an else, and then something else here, right? It's already declared in the data. I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, the only reason I wanted the content was because that was going to be what we're rendering here. So this actually, we might want to make another section and then have the content in here. Because the content's going to be, oh yeah, shit, this needs to be a fragment. Okay, that's good. If data return P. Yeah, but I still wanna return the page heading though. Right? Like there's part like the my shop heading. I mean, I guess I could just include that within the return. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see where you're going with this. Okay. So I can just do this. Just like this. And then just a return down here with like the same shit. Dropping by to say hey. What am I working on as my 9 to 5? I work in IT element, so I'm a tier 2 IT analyst. I won't say what sector or anything, but it's related to the government. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. I do a lot of database management, database administration, a bit of sysadmin, stuff like that. Cool. All right, let's take a 5-minute break. Also, you'll see that I updated my format, or not format, what's it called? You'll see I updated my stream layout again, because now I have this transparent background, and I made the Pomodoro even more simplistic. So, I don't know. I think it looks better. I kind of like it like this. But, you know. I actually don't have a green screen. The green screen is fake. Grinding 9 to 9. Pretty much element. So, after my work, I make dinner. Walk my dog, stuff like this. So I take like an hour to do like household stuff, an hour and a half. Get changed from work, whatever it is. And then I stream, yeah. So I'm grinding like 11 hours a day. Could have fooled you. Yeah, fair. No, me too. I'm tired too. It was a long Monday. But yeah, I work 11 hours a day, element. But I don't stream every day because it's not manageable for me to. I keep it to 3 days a week because I was doing 4 days a week. And I felt myself getting really burned out. So I just do 3 days a week. That's like, I think the sweet spot, to be honest with you, because if I do more than that, yeah, like I get burned out and then it just gets not fun. And I want this to be sustainable, right? So the other thing I could do to make this easier is I could actually just put this header in its own variable that gets included or something. Because I don't, to avoid having to rewrite this. Like if I make this header more fancy, like later on. Godspeed, bro, you got to be on a lot of coffee. I actually don't drink coffee, element. I am a tea drinker, though. I drink probably 3 or 4 teas a day. Caffeinated, of course. So I usually have 2 teas in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. So, like, I get a tea when I wake up at, like, 8-ish, a little after my day starts, like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I can abstract it into a component, too, but I have the page heading here, too. Anyway, yeah, tea then. I have a tea at around 11. Then I have another tea at like 1:30, and then another tea at like 3:30 or like 3 o'clock. So those are like my 4 a day. I like to mix it up. Sometimes I have matcha. Sometimes I have black tea. Well, most of the time I have black tea. Sometimes I have green tea like matcha. Sometimes I have herbal tea. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my... I don't use any other stimulants, though. I don't use nicotine. I don't use anything illegal. I don't use coffee, caffeine, nothing. Well, I do use caffeine, I guess, in tea, but not from coffee. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's you know what makes it easier, too, is it's work from home. If I was commuting in, I would die, I think. It's probably keeping me sustained on energy. Yeah, I feel like my energy is more constant. Except in the morning. I'm really not a morning person. So it takes me a while to get ready, but Used to work for Tivana before they went belly up. Oh, dang. I don't even know what Tivana is, I'm not gonna lie. Is it like like a like a cafe? Like a chain cafe? But yeah, I don't know. I you know, everyone does coffee. Oh, a tea shop, got you. Okay. Um yeah, I don't know. Everyone does coffee. I don't do coffee. You're such a massive energy drink guy, not gonna lie. I could rip through 6 Red Bulls. See, I actually suffer with anxiety, so I can't do energy drinks or coffee. It makes me too anxious. Oh, Starbucks bought them out and ruined it. Rip. I honestly wouldn't. I don't know that because my town, like Canada didn't have many Starbucks for a while. My town didn't get a Starbucks till probably 10 years ago, or so ish. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I could do maybe energy, but I also don't because it's kind of nice to not have to worry about it. It would feed the feeling indeed. Yeah, like I feel myself like I've had one time I had a mocha actually like a few years ago I had a mocha because my friend was like, oh, it's like because I don't like the taste of coffee anyway, but I had a mocha before like an exam and I like was tweaking the entire time. Like I was freaking out. Like I hated it. Yo, Tyler, welcome back. Hello. You're better off without them, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just wish I don't know. I because tea it's weird because tea doesn't give me as much enough energy sometimes. I feel like, but it is what it is. Because like tea is like a quarter of a coffee. You can't get too much coffee. Your heart rate goes insane. Yeah, exactly. Oh, your Discord got nuked. Dang. Okay. That sucks. I mean, you can always make another Discord. Okay. Yeah, Tyler, to catch you up to speed here, I am making this shop app with with an API and React Router and stuff. You don't drink alcohol or anything? Neither do I. That's fair. See, I could never use energy drinks as like a sit down and relax thing. How am I enjoying analytics? Like you mean like IT stuff? Like what do you mean by analytics? Like with IT, like analyst stuff? I don't know. It's not what I thought it would be. That's for sure. It's a lot more of a IT is a lot more. Yeah. IT job. Yeah. So it's a lot more administrative work than I thought. Like, and by administrative work, I don't mean like sysadmin. I mean it's kind of analytics. It's a mix of analytics and administration too. Like I do administrate like especially like I like package apps. But a lot of my job, and I'm getting to this, is actually just cajoling different groups of people together. Like, so there's, we have a consultant over here, we have an MSP that we're working with, and then we have this department, and then I have to get all of them talking to each other and coordinating that process and kind of being the SME, like the subject matter expert to translate like what the MSP or whatever service we're buying into like language that like say the finance department would understand or something like this, right? So that's kind of my job is to kind of like coordinate all of these different people. Kind of. That's like one part of it, right? Management, sort of. I'm not actually managing any like employees, but I'm like organizing information and synthesizing it for different departments. Like so, like for example, like if finance needed this new program, right? This is just like a completely arbitrary example, and no one in finance understands IT terminology. I can take like I can talk to the development team for that product and kind of translate it into language that like lay people would understand for like, okay, these are the features, this is what you guys would be getting on this plan or whatever, this is kind of what we need. And then that's also on a that's in conjunction with my boss as well, because he's the one that's ultimately like the one that pulls the trigger on this stuff. I'm just kind of there to be that translator. Do I think AI is going to take that job soon? It might take that job, generally speaking, but at the place I work, no, definitely not. I'm very like the thing with okay, so this is obviously this didn't work because I haven't set this up yet, but no. If you know anything about the Canadian government, oh yeah, this is a return. This needs to return regular brackets. Sorry. Anything about the Canadian government, it's not going anywhere. At least 5 years. I would say longer, actually. Because, like, for example, we just talked about implementing our first AI-based workflow at my agency, like, not too long ago. Like, a couple weeks ago, and I'm even skeptical that it's going to get passed because it has to go through. That's the other thing with government, too, is there's so many layers of bureaucracy, right? So it's kind of like nothing ever happens quickly. You struggle a lot with trying to explain something in simple terms. Yeah, it isn't easy. It's definitely a skill. But the other half of my job, like the other half of my job is working with databases and working, like I can't really say what because that would give away what the job is, but I work with databases, designing schemas, setting up like pipelines, working with the data analytics team to get the data they want out of our databases that we use at work. So that's the other part of my job. I'm kind of like a jack of all trades a little bit because our agency is smaller. So I wear a few hats at work to use shitty corporate lingo. Okay. So let's then just render like the data inside of this. Or wait, what was it? JSON.stringify data. Let's just get back to what we had before. Okay. Or is it two null? I don't remember. I don't remember what we put. I don't really care. Maybe it's because it's in a section and it's not in like a... Oh, it's because it needs to be that pre-tag. That's right. Whoops. What the fuck? Like this. There we go. Yeah. Need the pre. Got you. I thought of it the second you typed it. Okay. So we basically refactored. That's fine. I don't really care about this verbosity here with this repeated heading. Like I probably don't even need it in its own section to be totally fair. Like I can probably just do it like this. Now that I think about it, I can probably just keep it outside of a section because I think it returns a div anyway. So it's not a big deal. Okay. And then we can style that loading to look nicer after. This is just, you know, kind of to fill. Just as a default for right now. Okay, so then now what we'll do is we'll work to get this, we'll do the map, right? Data.map, item, or product. And then we'll return, this needs to be, actually, this should probably be in a UL within the section, right? And then it returns like an LI with the product title in it. Actually, no. Returns an LI with this product card in there. That's what it is. Product card. Oh yeah, and then it's expecting data, right? So I'm making a shop app now? Yeah, I'm making a shop app, essentially. So what was the... it's like a dummy shop app where you can like add to cart, remove from cart, but it's using... it's to test React router and you fetching data with React. Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay, I'll refactor it to that. That's a good idea. I actually like that better. I like that better. But yeah, no, that's essentially what we're doing, Tyler. Okay, so let's do, what was this? Product data, right. And then that was just product. And then now this should see, okay, so now it's just the titles, which is exactly what we wanted. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do within the UL. We'll just do I guess, well, because this would be in the UL. I don't know. I would have to do it like I would have to return this as a thing, right? So I could say if not data. Sorry, whoops. And then otherwise this, right? So I can just say p. Or wait, no, sorry, whoa. Or would it be like this? Oh, you don't need the UL and LI? Oh yeah, I guess I don't. I guess that's true. I think of lists and I always do UL LI, right? That's just like my brain just defaults to that. I guess you're right though. I don't know if that like helps with accessibility though. Wait, was this how this worked? Oh no, it was just ternary, right? Would this need to be inside of its own data.map? Otherwise, oh yeah, then this doesn't need to be wrapped either. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this looks ugly as sin. We'll just get this, that looks better, dare I say. Oops, no. Okay, so then this should, like, say loading. Okay, good. That's good. I could even just say, like, I can wrap this in a P. Oops. Okay. Nice. Maybe the strings do put it in a paragraph by default anyway. That may be true. All right. So we've got those. So now what we can do is we can worry about, you know, making this a grid or something like that, right? And then making the cards actually styled properly. So we could at least style the parent here. And again, I don't need a repeatable. I don't need a what is it called? The where did I have that anyway? The components. I don't need a CVA for this because it's just one thing, right? At least I don't think I need a CVA. I can just use like basic Tailwind. Because again, the CVA is more for things like the button that are going to be there with variants, right? Because like this button makes sense to do it this way, right? So we have our custom button here that we did last time. Cool. Okay. Let's go to the let's do the card. So what's the card? What's the data it produces again? Yeah, so it has an image. Where's my types? Okay, so it has a title, a price, a description. Let's see, products, example, product, card, mobile, or something like this. I don't know. Product card UI. I don't know. Just to get like some inspiration here. Doesn't need to be super fancy or anything. But yeah, like something like this, right? So we can have an add to cart button. We can have the like image, and then like the description, and then the price. Yeah, I think something like this looks good. It's very nice to see what programming is all about. It's not about the code. It's about how you're thinking to solve an issue using code as a tool. Exactly. I don't know what that stands for at the end. KUTGW. Good work, maybe? But thank you, 42M. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But yeah, that's ultimately what this is. Code is a means to an end, right? I mean, code is fun in its own right, definitely, right? But it's also a means to, oh, keep up the good work. Got you. Sorry, I didn't realize what that was the what that stood for. But yeah, no, coding's fun in its own right, but it's also fundamentally what we're doing at the end of the day is we're using code to solve problems, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. Okay, so what we can do is we can wrap this in a div, right? So we'll do div, and then we'll get like the image in there, and then I think the image should probably be its own. We could probably flex this div too. Flex and then flex column. I'm not going to worry too much about the styling, just more layout stuff. And then we want the image, which I should probably include as an image tag. And then we got to get the source to be the product data dot image. And then I don't know if there's like alt text included with that. Probably not. Maybe just the title. Product data dot title. Something. Oh, and the other thing we could do to make these unique is we can add the what was the key, right? We can make the key the ID or the product.id or something. Just to make them unique. I think that's probably a good idea. Okay. So we have the image, and then we can have like the we can do like the products. I don't know if I should do them as different head. Maybe like an H3 for the product heading, like the product title. I mean, product data dot title, and then maybe a paragraph underneath with the description. And then we need the price, which can be like, I don't know. I mean, these all could be divs, but I'm trying to go with semantic HTML. I don't know how much that matters or not. Okay, so what would we do for the price? Would it just be another paragraph, or would it be a heading? Maybe like an H2? I don't know. You guys can tell me if this is like not price. This is the way. What you have is correct. Okay, cool. Because I kind of am just going based off of size. Like the price is a little bit bigger than the title, right? And then I need an add to cart button, which actually I'm thinking we could probably make the button. Well, we need to make it a custom button first of all. Whoops, not but. Oops. Button. And then we'll just add import. And then we can also add an image to it, right? So just add to carts. But I also want to make it have different colors. So we can make it a green button or something like that. But for now, we can just leave it as the default. And then we probably want to make it a small button. So if we go to the button size, we'll do size small. I think it's like this, right? Yeah. Okay. You do a span for the price? Okay, got you. That's fair. But then the only problem with the span is I would need to have it on its own line. Is it span by default inline, or does that not apply when you have Tailwind stuff going on? Okay, see, we already got, there's our products. Nice. There we go. All right, we got our products. They look a little funny, but you know, we're getting there. You can use CSS to make it block. Oh, okay, got you. The other thing I need to do with the price is I need to add the $sign in front of it, right? Which I need to, I think, probably escape it. And then do something like this. Yeah. In Tailwind, it would be the block class. Got you. I would need to escape the $sign. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't need to. So it would be just class name. Whoops. Is or can class name CN? I forgot, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's just this. Okay. Yeah. So we can see the price here. So then obviously we want to make this like a grid, right? You have flex call, so it won't really matter. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's facts. I guess that's true. Okay, so now we want to make this a grid. I'm thinking for mobile we have a 2x2 or a 2 wide. What should I say? Two columns, right? So I can say grid. I typed girl. I meant to say grid. Grid and then grid calls 2 maybe. Okay, the descriptions are like too long. I should probably like. And then I also have to standardize the size of the images too. But we're already getting somewhere. We're already getting somewhere with this because I want these to be fixed height. Yeah, because the descriptions are too large. But I think I'll worry about that in a minute. I'll add some padding to this too. Maybe 4. Just a little bit of visual. Throw the line clamp 2 class on the description. Is that a thing? Oh yeah, I should probably get the okay, I should probably get the whatchamacallit up here. Tailwind docs. Just so I have it open. Okay, yeah, well then our next problem is the title. So we want to make texts large. XL? Yeah, XL's good. Bold. Is it font bold? Semi-bold? And then I want to do the balance, right? I want to do the text balance. The other thing I want to do is I want to make this string literal so that I can go multi-line. Oops. Leading 3. What does leading do again? Oh, that's the line height, I see. Got you. And that would be for the description, right? Oh, that's a little small. Maybe like leading 5. 4. 5. Okay, this is already looking like a shop. Okay, but why is there a huge gap here? Oh, because of the... We need to make these a fixed height or something, right? So they're aligned. We need to give the image maybe some padding as well. Which we could probably wrap in a... Is it good practice to add... Is it good practice to add Tailwind directly to an image tag, or should it be wrapped in a div? I don't know. Oh yeah, the title too. No, like 7 maybe. 6. You can? Okay. I mean, I knew you can. I just didn't know if it was like good practice. So let's do class name. All right, let's do, I want some padding on this boy here. So let's do padding 4. Make the images a little smaller. Maybe like 8. $22.3. Oh, this is going to be a problem. I need to add for the prices, I need to do some sort of, maybe write some helper function to convert the prices so that they are the right format. Because like for some of these, I want to add like .00 for the cents, right? Or like if it's where was the example here? 22.30. I want to add a 0 there, right? So I gotta write maybe a helper function for that. But this is already looking like a shop to me. Oh, the other thing I want to do probably is add a gap of like 1 or 2 maybe. Posted a link in the stream chat. Oh, got you. Is that just a library that works? Yeah, because I guess you don't always have to reinvent the wheel, right? That's true. That's true. Let's open this guy. Or is this, or wait, is this just in, is this just, oh, nice. Okay, it just works then. It's built into JavaScript, nice. Okay, so let's do that then. So let's convert it. Sorry, I just had let's do until dot number format, and then just put this guy in here. Oh wait, no. Okay, we need a new number format and then dot format and then this. And then I need to put the, I need to do probably, where's the US? Oh, if US English locale, okay. German, Arabic, India. So I think the default should be US, right? en-us, got you. Okay. Why didn't that? Do I need to include anything else? Oh, maybe a style. Like this. And then currency, USD maybe? Ah, and then we can just get rid of that. There we go. Nice. Okay, that was easy. That was easy. Cool. Just in time for the next break. Cool. I'm probably going to put this just like so it's nice. I also have been meaning to get biome working, biome.dev. I've just been lazy. Yeah, no, the shop's already coming together. 1 hour in, and we're cooking here. We got we got a shop. You're right, I can. You make a good point. What's the problem with this? Oh, because of this. There. Cool. All right. Cool. Cool. Looks good. Yeah, I know. Am I doing all the backend logic too? No, Tyler, no. It's just going to be, well, so that's the point of this fake store API is it abstracts all that backend logic for you. So you can kind of like make, it's as if I had set up a API backend, right? So it kind of lets you test these front end styling things, but I'll get there eventually. Don't worry. This is just for front end stuff. But it's coming. It's gonna happen. But you're simulating it? Yeah, exactly. That's what this fake store API lets you do. It lets you simulate a backend. So it's as if my front end were communicating with a backend, right? That's what this fake store API lets you do. And it's a keyless API, which is good. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Copy that, yeah. Yup. I can't decide whether I want noise, transparency, or canceling. I don't know what I like better. I don't know. Okay. Because I find the transparency is like too, I can hear myself too much. I don't know. Just like a AirPods thing. The other thing I want to do too is I think I need to create a dummy user, right? So if we wanted to, we could create like a mock login. as well. But I don't think that's necessary. So I was thinking of just like on load. On load, we create a user and then, or add a user and then give them a cart. I think that's probably what we'll do, like on load. And then we'll like make the homepage take a minute to load in, right? The other thing I could do while this would be kind of neat to implement. So, you know, while the products are loading in, I could make it put in cards or something that like are like with content empty. I don't know. That'd be kind of neat. Something like that. Kind of like how like when YouTube videos are loading, you see like an outline of what the YouTube video would be, but it's just like an empty box. Yeah, maybe just have a guest option or like where when you buy, you enter an email as if it was a real shop. Yeah. I could do that too. I think that's kind of going a little bit beyond the a little beyond the project scope, but we could do that for sure. I also forgot that I need like I need to somehow put in a quantity here, right? Like for the cart, for adding to cart, do you put in the products ID, title, price, description, category, image? Yeah, because it needs to have a quantity, right? Where was the type here? Oh, count. That's a rating, image category. Yeah, I guess I could add. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Like when we're adding a product to a cart, maybe do we call this multiple times? Like I don't know. Because you'd think like you could say products and then number, like a quantity. A product. Oh, I can update a product. I see. I don't know. We'll see. I think just for testing, I'm gonna make a user that just is automatically created on load with an ID of 0, and then username, email, password empty. And then we can implement that. We can implement the mock login after, if we want that. But the first, I think, order of business here is to make. Let's just finish the styling of the shop, because the other thing we need to do is we need to. Because I want to get this looking like better, kind of. Yeah, and we need a fixed height for the elements, right? Which would be nice. So this product card needs to have a fixed height. Which I don't know if I want to do it like just like with the H. So I could do a number. I don't know. I think I can also do like height. Like of the screen, we could do like a fractional height. Set an element's height equal to the largest possible height of the viewport. Okay. Size 16. Yeah, I don't know. So I could do like H1/3 or something. Let's just see. Oh, but then that like completely gets rid of the description. Interesting. I wonder why. Is it because of this, maybe? I don't know. Because I ideally want these to be fixed heights. Or is that something like... Because if I turn on the grid, where's the grid? I need to get the grid of this guy, right? My shop, and then there's a grid here. Yeah, so this is the grid. Whoa. Yeah, so this is the grid. Okay, so I just need to work on positioning the content in the grid spaces equally. Are the images different sizes too? Oh, Jesus. I think they are a little bit. Yeah, they are. They're different sizes. So we want to fix the size of the image too. The only problem with that is images are different aspect ratios, which is kind of going to give us trouble. Like this one, for example, is like this. So maybe we want to make the images like a fixed height, regardless of the aspect ratio. But I don't want to actually modify the image itself, so I probably want to put the image inside of a wrapper div, which we change the height of. I don't know if that's like a good approach or not, but I'm going to do it that way. Okay. Just so that we have... So I want this to be like half of the container, right? And the fraction is set at fixed height based on a spacing scale. Percentage based height. Yeah, because is there a way to do it based on the container it's in? There's gotta be a way to do that. I forget what it is. Let's see. How to make div full height apparent. I guess it's max height, maybe? I guess I could make it like a flex box or something. I could make each... Well, I've already done that, actually. I've already made each container a flex box. See. You leverage flex call and flex 1 for this. Flexation. Oh, I see. Okay. That's the whole height, though. It's not exactly what we want. Container queries. Oh, it's a container query thing. Container queries. There was a way. Where was this? Here. So we could flag this as like a container or something. Use the container class marked element as a container and then use variables like child is just on the side of the container. I guess we could do that. And then just apply the styling to the image. Well, I don't know. That'd be weird. I don't know. That's kind of confusing. I think I might just leave it, to be honest with you. Because yeah, like I mean, the other option is instead of having a flex here, I have another grid inside of each mini grid element with two equidistant rows. That's the other thing I could do, or something like that, right? Like I could do a grid in here. Like I could do grid and then grid and then grid rows 2. And then everything's kind of like nice and fixed, right? However, then I need to have like a top row and a bottom row, which the top row would probably be, or I could even have more than that. I could have, well, let's see. We have the image, we have the text, or the title, the description, the price. Okay, so we could do 5 rows or something. Okay, so that's like huge. But it gives us a good starting point. And then I don't know how to like change the size of the, I think doing a grid for this is a better way. And then I need to do the sizings. Grid rows 3, gap 4, row span. Yeah, see, this is where okay, so I can do row, I can do starts and ends, but I want to do like, I want to do fractional sizing here. I guess maybe there's not a way to do that. Grid template, maybe? Ah, okay, we can do grid template. Grid rows. And then we can add a custom. So we can do grid dash rows dash, and then we can do like, let's do like, just for sake of example, we'll do 2FR. 1FR, and then repeat. I don't know if this works or not. Oh, it does, actually, I think, maybe. Kind of looks like it did. The only problem with that is it's the size of the buttons now is relative to the size of the image, which is not exactly what we want. So this is like, this is like not proving to be the most simple thing in the world. So maybe we do like fixed sizing or something, I don't know. Like we could do some sort of like, not pixels, but we could do like a, we could do REM sizing or something. I don't know. This is probably bad, guys, but I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for this. So we could do like 4 REM and then repeat 3 or like 4 and then, or like 6 REM maybe. But at least now these will be consistent. I thought, maybe. No? Just 6 REM here. These all at least the same height now? Yeah, they're the same height. Or no, they're not. They're the same width, of course, but they're not the same height. Man, okay. Okay, that's a flex, and then this should be a grid. And then we should turn on the grid in here. I guess it's still like not. Because maybe because we need to make the grid, like, because this is a child and a parent, right? I'm wondering if the chat's not reloading. No. Yeah. The other option is I could make the image, instead of it being an image, I could make it a div with a background. That's the other option here. We could try that out. BG URL and then the product data dot image. And then of course it's not going to do, so we'll do BG. We'll do width 100 or size 100. No. Oh wait, that's in the wrong thing. BG cover. Not width 100, width full. Fit. Size fit. I'm just sticking around with this. Background image, which is this. We have our URL. Which isn't very helpful. Position, repeat. BG cover, BG contain. BG auto, maybe? I just want to make something appear on the screen. I'm thinking maybe instead of, maybe the image tag was the right way to go. I don't know. I don't know why this like one button is a little higher than the other ones. Probably dependent on BG cover to scale the background image till it fits the background layer. Say grid row's fine. There's no content yet. So it's there, it's just a 0 by 0. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we go back to the image tag. Product data dot. All right. And then now I don't know if I can do a line clamp for the title too. Line clamp 2 or 3 maybe. Doesn't seem to be working for that. Still rendering the bottom of it. I don't know. It's very possible. Did the chat die? I can't tell. Stream also just could be dead too, because this is pretty boring. Yeah, because now everything's all relative to everything else, and it's a mess. I just want to get the images all to be the same size. The problem is the images are different aspect ratios. Which is causing shit, right? Oh, still here working on a project right now. Gotcha. I just wasn't sure, only because, let's say, because sometimes the chat freezes on my end, and I miss like a bunch of messages. But I appreciate you checking in. Sounds good. I appreciate you also sticking around. Just trying to figure this out. It's like kind of Order, okay, yeah, that's not what I want. Okay. Because that's like, okay, so then I have that. I would know how to do this in regular CSS. I think that's just the main point of contention here. Oh yeah, I see. I'll probably be here for the entire stream. It's great to have alongside doing it. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm here for, Ose. That's what it also helps me too because it gives me watch hours. So I need to get to 4K watch hours to monetize my channel. So it does help, but it's nice. It's kind of like having a coworker or co-working buddy. Yeah, that was kind of the goal. When I started this. Okay, I'm just trying to see how we handle these images. Or like, what do I do here? Because I could make them a fixed height. I don't know. For some reason, this is like really baffling me. It could just be because it's like late in the day, and I don't know. Yeah, you got to get that join thing so we can become members. Yeah, I do. I know. I'm still short on the watch hours. I don't. I only have like 1,800 watch hours or something. Because I don't make like videos and stuff. So, but no, I would love to. I would love to do like member only streams and stuff like that. Like, I'd probably do them more often, to be honest with you. Or like something. I don't know. Let's just do like just testing shit. Okay, that doesn't work. Size 16 rem. Or does this need to be like that? Ah, that's better. Okay, that's what we wanted. So now these are all the same size. Good. Now the problem is it's distorting the. It's distorting the images, right? Great idea. Yeah, exactly. I would honestly do. It'd be nice to kind of like have like, I mean, it would be like nothing. I'd charge like $5 a month or something, or like $10 a month. But yeah, no. So for monetization, what is it? For the memberships, I need 500 subs, which I already have, and 3K watch hours, which I bet 1,900 or like 1,850 or something. And then for ad revenue, I need 1K subs, which I'm very close to, and then 4,000 watch hours, which I'm about a little under halfway there. So, and I need that 4K watch hours in the last year, which I'll be fine. I'll get there eventually. But okay, so we got our images the right size. Now I just need to keep the aspect ratio of the image. Image maintain aspect ratio. Aspect ratio? Maybe that's just in layout. Aspect ratio, auto. Maybe aspect auto. Maybe that doesn't fix it. No, because I want the height to be. I wonder then if I do this inside of a div. Okay, I'm backtracking again. I wrap this inside of a div. Whoops. Ah, okay. That did not work. Is now the okay, the aspect auto is not correct. Square? No. Oh, but I would need to put that on the image here. No, it's still broken. Okay. Dude, layout front end is difficult. You'll easily get that by the end of the year. I hope so, Jose. I hope so. I mean, I've only been streaming for like 3.5 months at this point. 10 weeks? No. 14 weeks. So it's coming. It's coming along. Dude, this is so tricky. I feel like I'm just kind of like, I want to like keep the aspect ratio that it has. Maybe that doesn't matter. Like, what if I get rid of this and do this? It's definitely, this is the problem. So if I do H64, what does that do? Okay, so now at least they're the right height. But then that doesn't grid rows 5, then this is like not. What? So the image is bigger than the div. I've been looking for a streamer like this for a while because working with nothing on the side is pretty boring. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I appreciate. I'm glad that you found me. I'll say, is this your first stream here? I don't know. But it's nice to have you either way. Just got back from the grocery store. What did I miss? Not much, Jay. Me struggling with image formatting. It's not much at all. But yeah, no, it's nice. I like to kind of. That's why I do it for myself. So I have all of you guys cheer me on while I'm going, right? Yeah, I'm trying to make. I want to have these images be a fixed height or a fixed size, but then have the image, because I think what I need to do is I need to have like, because I want these images to be the width to be like the width or whatever of the. You watched first 2 streams earlier. Nice to see how far I got. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'll say, like, you watched the VODs. You mean? Yeah, it's neat. I'm really having fun with this. Object cover, is that a thing? What does object cover do? Yeah, no, like we're using all the things. We're doing like Tailwind and React and object fit. This might be what we're looking for. Utility, how replace elements content should be resized. Okay. So let's try that. Okay, closer. The problem is, I don't think I need to do object contain maybe. No. Because the problem is like, for example, the div, the image is bigger than the div. What's my plan after Odin? I'm going to be building hopefully some of my own projects, I'll say, and continuing to learn. All right, let's take another 5-minute break and pause on these whatever, these stupid images that are driving me nuts, because they're all different sizes, right? Of course. But yeah, no, building my own projects. I already have a couple ideas and stuff that I'm gonna do for that. So I want to be, and then maybe even get into other forms of software dev. Like maybe I'll get into like lower level development. Definitely more into back end. Yo, Leo, how's it going? I don't know. I kind of want to be a versatile developer. I kind of want to focus on, lots of things. You need a 5-minute break yourself? Nice. Well, okay, so I do this Pomodoro. I started doing this in not too long after I started streaming because I realized I was burning out quickly with the streams. So I do 25 minutes of work and then 5-minute breaks. And then so you can see if the background of the Pomodoro timer is green, that means I'm on break. And if it's blue, that means I am working. All good. How's my learning going? It's going pretty well. I'm just having this weird formatting bug with images currently. But it's going well. Lower level languages are fun. Messed around with some RE before I had fun. What does RE stand for? I don't know. There's a study about it. Cool. Yeah, no, I like low level coding, or like I did some with my degree. Like I have a CS degree, but it was mostly math. But we did some low level stuff too, like principles of programming languages. We worked with we made a dummy compiler and things like that. But it wasn't really. I don't know. It wasn't really. It was very prescriptive, right? Oh, reverse engineering. Got you. Got you. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no. The thing with school is it's very prescriptive, and you just kind of like follow the guidelines for the assignments, and you don't really get to think for yourself too much. It's like very they kind of funnel you into a path. You meant study about your 25 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh, sorry. It was two different things. Got you. Yeah, there have been studies done. I did it when I was when I was a student too. I don't know why I didn't think about doing it for stream. And I usually do 5 Pomodoros per stream, so that's like 2.5 hours. You're recently learning how to make a compiler. Oh, and it's are those tokens? Can't tell what that emoji is. I actually, speaking of breaks, I gotta run quickly to the washroom before we start the next 25 minutes here. So I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. I beat the timer. Barely. Okay. But this is okay. This is exactly why I was thinking about this just when I was away. I was thinking that this is the reason why this is going to take me longer than a week to finish the rest of the React course, because it's going to be silly issues like this that are going to take like an hour to debug, right? But that's okay. All right, so object fit, object none, object scale down. Oh, that might be what we want. Scale down? Maybe? Oh, wait. Gotta have the rain in here. We want scale down? Welcome back, thank you. I don't know if we want scale down. Display an element's content at its original size, but scale it down to fit it container. Ah, yeah, that's what we want. Maybe. Oh, but see, it's still like leaking over like this. Like, why is this? Because yeah, 256 is the right height, right? But the oh, I guess you have height and width defined here. Object contain, object fill. I feel like contain is also what we would want too. They have height and width on the image too, yeah. That might be the better idea. I just wanted to have it. Yeah, so let's try that out. Cause the image, yeah, I mean, let's try that. So we'll do like height 64 or something. Ah, that looks better, maybe. Yes, guys. Now, so you can see, okay, so but it's not centered. But I can do like, that's easily remedied with like a flex justify center, right? Align center? Or what's the item center? Justify center. Or wait, does that not work? It's not really planning to keep the grid. Yeah, I was planning on it, I think. I just want to get the images like looking nice, I guess. Well, because I could do flex, but let's just try flex again. Because it is one-dimensional. Okay, so here we go. But here's the problem then with the flex is there are different heights, right? Okay, but the images are all the same height. That actually might be better to do that. The flex actually, now that I lied, maybe the flex is better. Now that we fixed the image problem. Okay. Then we can do like a gap, like 1, no, more than that, like 4. Oh, that's between the individual elements, right? But then we want maybe 2, and then grid calls 2, and then like a gap 2 here, just a gap row 2, gap row 8 maybe, or call 8. How do I add gaps to gap? Oh, gap X, gap Y. Got you. So the gap Y, it would be gap X. Oh, gap Y. That's what we want. Gap X, gap Y. Yeah, I got it. And then we probably want a gap X too. Something. And then we also probably want a margin on this entire container. It's like a... Maybe just keep gap 4, margin 4, or something like this. That's better. Okay, so now we just need to... What, does it need to be padding? Is that better for padding? Like for this, and I want to add a margin top at least to this div. Or no, here, sorry. Margins for paddings for spacing. Got you. So then here we would need to do an MT of like 8 because I want to push the content down from the top of the header here. Okay. So this is almost good, but we need to fix the lines of the titles, right? So we can do, for the titles, we can do line clamp 3. But then the problem with that is the titles that are only one or 2 lines are going to cause shit, right? So it works well for like titles that are longer. But then I need to add the equivalent height of as if there were 3. Like what would the height be? 72. If you go line clamp 1, it'll normalize the heights? Really? Well, yeah, it will, but then you'll like miss out on the titles, right? Like I would want, like for instance, if I did like, I would want to have more of the titles information, but for ones that are 1, then it just adds a bit more of a gap, right? But I think if I did something like line clamp 3, or if I even did like, and then I did like H, would be 4 times 4, 0, what's 0.5? 2 pixels, 4 pixels, 6 pixels. To be 4 times 3, I don't know. So like H12 maybe? Oh, the content below the image can be wrapped in a div and use flex 1. Oh, okay. Although I think this method that I just came up with works. I might keep with this. So if I do H12, or if I even do 24, what's 24 gonna look like? Okay. Or 18. There, that works, I think. Because now you can see that, like, there's that spacing. What happens when I change the font size? Yeah, this wouldn't be relative to the font size. Because if I do 2XL here, then it kind of breaks. Although, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, actually. That looks fine. Like, if I make this even bigger... I mean, obviously the leading is wrong, but... That actually looks fine. And then if I make this big, where it's still aligned... That actually looks fine. The height give you enough space. Yeah, that's why I put 18. I think that's fine. And then we can obviously make a different grid for the desktop view, right? Because for the desktop view, I'm going to want... line clamp also changes the display to box instead of inline. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, so we got a little bit of alignment stuff here, but that's because of we need to standardize the height of the descriptions, right? So the descriptions are going to be... So what's text XL anyway? Okay, so text XL is around 1.4. Or sorry, 1.25. So we're going to want to do like a H, like... something on this, right? Like a 12. Ooh. Now it's all cut off, funny. I mean, there's probably a better way of handling this, but there, now it's all aligned based on the descriptions. This is like kind of hacky. I don't like this solution necessarily, but I mean, the mobile looks pretty decent. And then we can do a background. We'll do a background color for the... I also want to modify this button too. I want to do... So we have size, and then we do small, and we'll do... so I want to do 1 on padding on this, and then we can do P2. Maybe on the larger buttons. Okay. Now let's make the price, let's do this price. Text like 2XL, font bold. There we go. This is actually like looking kind of legit, sort of. I mean, it's very boring, but it works. Like it looks like a shop. What was the other thing with the? Okay, we want to add probably a hover effect to the button, right? I think there should be a hover effect without. Yeah, there's still a hover effect. Okay. Default Shopify template? Yeah. Well, I mean, I made it myself, right? Like, I'm just kind of going off of vibes. So we could add like a border to these cards. We could add a little border. I think maybe a border, we could do that. So we could do border. God, what? Border 2. Oh, yuck, actually. Maybe some padding as well inside. Border radius. How do we do border radius again? Border. Rounded, right? medium, large. You turn word wrap on via settings. It might help so you don't have to do the multi-line. Oh, I see. Okay. Word wrap. Word wrap. It says it's here. Oh, enable it. So like this. So that should work then. So if I do like, if I add a bunch of spaces here, is it gonna wrap? Yeah, okay, it does. Interesting. Although I probably don't want it to be fixed. I probably want it to be based on the editor, right? Yeah, viewport, okay. No, I appreciate the suggestion, Jay. Okay, so that's good, and then we'll do border, and we need the color as well. Gray. I think it's just like this. It's like gray, shit. Gray. 400 too? No. How do we do the color again? Border color. Border red. Oh, and then I just, okay, so I just add another one. I do a border gray 100 or something. Okay, that's really faint, but like something like that, like 400. I was answering your questions, but then you did it as I was typing. Yeah, see, I kind of feel like I know what you're gonna say. Maybe. Okay, so the only thing here is the rounding of the button is not the same rounding as the card, so I want to make those the same. I mean, they won't be perfect, but that's like good enough. Oh, 75 is for opacity. Interesting. Cool. I mean, I don't know. Just to add some sort of visual distinction, right? You could also do like a little shadow, right? We could do a little shadow. Like something like this. Choose any number too, yeah. Shadow large. So that's like the opacity. Okay, so let's do like a shadow XL maybe? I don't know. No, it's too much. Definitely a large. It's very subtle. But I mean, it does add like some visual distinction here. I could also like make the image heights a little smaller. Like I could do probably 48. Nice. Again, generic, but works. And then the other thing I can do with button is I can make... there's a way of doing color variants too. So I need to pull up the CVA docs here. Class variance authority. So what are the different variants that you can have? Primary, secondary. Because can I have like multiple, like is there... Can I put any property under variance I want? You can do any variant you want. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. And then it just generates this type. Okay, so I can do color, and then I can do... I'll spell it the American way. Green, and then like this. BG green, something like this. Oh, but then button props is going to be wrong, right? Color. Where are the button props declared? I don't remember. Oh, that's just literally right here. Okay. There. What's the problem with this? Color green. Interface cannot extend types. Detailed HTML props and variant props. Oh, is there duplicate naming? Is there a duplicate, like, is color already a thing? Like, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Alright, so let's do background color. Or you can just call it background. Okay, that fixed it. So there was a color prop. That was the problem. That was the issue. So then in here, inside of the button, I can do color or background green. Nice. Now they're green. Okay, I will say, I really do like this CVA stuff. Maybe make them like a little darker. I don't know what other colors there are, like lime, green. I don't know, I don't love these greens, man. 600? Nah. 400? I don't know. Emerald? Oh, is Emerald one? Is that a thing? Emerald? Ah, that might be better. Let's try 500 Emerald. Yeah, that looks a little nicer. Or even 400. Cool. Nice. Looking fresh. And then we could even add a little, we could add a thing to the little icon. I wonder how we do that. Yeah, we would need to do. Okay, I just want to make this like on its own. I could do that in here. Oh, Lucid for the win. Yeah, exactly. But could I have an icon variant? It is, yeah. It's I do like that, Tyler. Because I could do, and then I could do a before. Like I could do like icon or like icon and then do like cart and then do like a before or something, right? As a style. Nah. I don't know, man. Or I could just add it to the button here. Yeah, maybe that would be easier. I could just add it to the button. That might be easier, you're right. Add to the button in the component, yeah. Fair. It was npm I Lucid. Shit, what was the icons? What was the package? Lucid React. Okay. All right. Carts. So we'll get our shopping cart, and then we want it as the white color. Or does the color matter? Do we want the background of this shop? Maybe we want it white. Now that I think about it. We'll do color. How do we do color in this? Text. Oh yeah, text. Text white. border? Oh, the border is probably white also. Border to border black, maybe? Change the color the same way you would change the text color using a class name. Oh, I see, okay. That's fair. Maybe we don't need a border color here. We just do that. Okay, so let's do that. Where was it? Wait, not SVG. Shit. Copy JSX. I need to import that guy. And then I can do the color, which is... Actually, it's probably defaults to white, doesn't it? Ah, okay, but now we need to position it right. So we need to do... we need to flex this guy, but I don't think... we can append... I probably have to add the style in here for the flex, right? I could also just add a format, like another variant. Lucide's built it, so class name works with tailwind directly. Oh, got you. Well, that would work for the icon, but we want to flex the content in the button, no? Because I don't think that's not going to be helpful to us. We need to have the flex to the button, or the class name. Because I don't think class name here works, does it? Oh, it does, actually. Why does that work? That feels wrong, but that actually works. Maybe because of this? This might have it. That might be why. I don't know. Okay, so I see. Okay, so let's do flex. I got this. Flex. Let's just do flex first, and then, oh, inline flex. What's that do? Inline flex utility to create an inline flex container that flows with the text. Today's when most of their researching way to take advantage. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. But this is still like on top here. So what's the problem? So that's the button. Font semi-bold. I feel like this isn't applying to the... I feel like the class name's getting overridden because of this. Full stack is better, or Java full stack is better? Like what do you mean? Channel gaming? I'm just gonna take a break here. I'm wondering if the class name here is overwriting, or if there's like a outer wrap, like if I put this in a fragment or something, I don't know. Like I'm wondering if this is conflicting with this. Oh, like this? But then I want to also include the button styles, right? Or would that be inside of the button styles? Inside? Oh, interesting. Or would it just be class name? I mean, that works too. Okay. Because I can just declare it here. If I declare it verbose, then it works. Okay. I'll leave it at that. Oh, you have to add it last. I see. I see. Sorry, I missed that message. You're good? Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'll do one more session. And then I think I'm gonna take off for the evening. It's been a long Monday. Slow Monday, but it's been long. How much JavaScript do you need to know before learning React? I would say you should build, and I think this kind of echoes something I said sort of recently, JS, is you should probably build a few projects, not big projects, but you should build a few projects in vanilla JS. Or TypeScript or whatever you're learning, so that you have a solid understanding of JavaScript before you get into React. I would say if you've successfully built and bug tested and whatever a few vanilla projects, then you're probably ready, I would say. But if you still feel like you can't build like a small vanilla JavaScript project, then I would work on doing that. Because that's good. It's ultimately going to help you so much more when you jump into React. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience. If I didn't do vanilla JavaScript / TypeScript before I jumped into React, I would be screwed. Like, it would take me so much longer to just like make progress. Do you mean something like a calculator? Yeah, like a calculator. Well, the Odin Project has a great great path, which is the path that I took JS. So things like a calculator. What else do we build? We built a battleship game. We built a to-do list app. We built a weather app, like basically just an API wrapper. We built what else did we build? We built like a library to categorize books. We built a tic-tac-toe game, stuff like that. You could probably re-implement like I don't know, like Wordle or something. Like make a Wordle clone. You could do that. That's like equally as difficult probably as what I just mentioned. Although you'd have to be weird with the input, I guess, but it would be similar. I would say the battleship game was the one that taught me the most. Like if you look streams 40 to 50, I was building the battleship game, and Calculator is a decent small project. Yeah, that was the first big one I did, Ose, and it was good too. That was back in the early days, for me, relatively speaking. Yeah, you could do that as well, Tyler. Like for that would be more, I feel like, back end. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could make like, or it could be a front end thing. Like whether you, I don't know, maybe make like something that like does like it converts something. I don't know, file converter or something. Like building projects that solve something in my real life. Yeah. I get you. More of a programming thing. Yeah, exactly, Tyler. But you could solve, problems in your life with front end. Like even if you want to make your own like journal or something, right? Like you can make your own blog website with a front end that you designed, right? As an example. Cleaning schedule. Yeah, actually, you know what I'm planning on doing as well is I want to make a financial planning utility for myself because I need to I need to do that. Okay, so like, all right, so then this is working now. So we can add, so we have inline flex, and then we can do justify center. Oops. Or between, maybe. Around. And then I could do a gap, I guess, or like something like this. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, absolutely. All right, that looks. I'm happy with that. Although the hover is going to be wrong, I think, right? Because we have to fix the hover effect. Yeah, the hover is going to be bad, so I have to fix the hover. And I want it to be emerald, BG emerald, like 700 on the hover. Although, does that? I wonder if this default overwrites it. This hover default might override it. Is there a way of doing a default for this, for the background? Maybe. Throw the transition class after the hover class. Got you. That's true. I could put the transition like. Yeah, just for, you're right, for the hover. I just want to see if there's like a way of doing a default variant. Ah, here it is. Default variants. Okay. So I can just do this. Text black, BG white, and then the hover here. Yeah, I want the default variants. Definitely. And then I need a comma, of course. And then that's underneath the list. So it's underneath variants. So be here. And then we'll do size is small. And background is white as a default. Cool. Yeah, and then we can do the transition here. I'm also going to do this. Transition. Is it just transition? How does this work here? Oh, it's this. Duration 300 ease out. Ease linear. We can do transition all. That's just initialize it, right? But then we need a duration. Duration like 300 milliseconds. Ease linear, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's cool. Make it a little faster. Oh, you don't need anything else, really? Defaults to 300? Yeah, well, I think I like 200. What if I did ease in out? That feels snappy to me. We could honestly keep this for the the desktop. It doesn't need to be. Although I probably need to. I can worry about the grid. Where's the grid? The grid's here. So if we do large, we want to do grid calls like 3 maybe. Yeah. Cool. This is looking pretty good, guys. I don't know. I think we're pretty much ready to be able to add these to cart, right? So that's the next step. is being able to add these. But then, okay, so there's another caveat here, right? Is there was on the shop page, build individual card elements for each of your products. Display an input field on it, which lets a user manually type in how many items they want to buy. So this is the trick, okay? Is I think so. This fake store API lets you add items to cart, right? But I don't think it lets you. Oh, I guess you could add an array of the same object multiple times, right? That's the other thing we can do. So for number here, for products, like if we're adding 2 of the same product, then it's just an array with 2 of the product in it or something. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to have to store the cart data locally. I want to write a put, or I want to do this all through the fake store API. Right? So, what a weird way to implement that API. Yeah, like there's no quantity. That's the thing. There's no quantity field, which you'd think there would be. Right? So what we need to do is we first need to create a user. So we need to create a dummy user. Actually, you know what I should do? I should probably commit this first before I forget. Style, or let's see. This is the problem with the freaking. This is the thing with VS Code I hate. Is if I just did git commit, it's gonna say waiting for your editor to close the file. Code command not found. It keeps removing this code command. I know I've complained about this multiple times, but the code command keeps uninstalling stuff. This is the thing that I hate the most about VS Code, especially on like Mac. I don't know if it's a problem on Windows or like Linux, but it drives me mental. So I have to write the actual commit message here. Although I don't know what the F flag is. That lets me do more formatting for the commit message. No. Get documentation, commit. This is not good. Come on, bro. Git commit. Here we go. Oh, it's a file. It's you reference a file. You can also do it using the third icon. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Ah, yeah. Okay, that's true. I like doing things in the terminal. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I guess. So we'll see. Let's say implement shop shop page or feature shop page. And then we'll say like connect or fetch create custom hook to fetch shop or product API or product data from fake store API. The error happens when your terminal doesn't know where the Visual Studio Code executable is located. You have to set it to I have, Tyler. I've set it to the path, and then it'll uninstall itself. Trust me, I've done all of that stuff. Because I install the code, I set it to the path, and then for whatever fucking reason, it just breaks. Okay, I haven't touched the ZSHRC file. In fairness, I haven't touched that. It could be my ignorance too. I'm not saying I'm perfect at this. Initial card product card styling. Component styling. Okay. Good. And we'll sync it, I guess. Okay. Whatever. All right. I just wanted to do that before I started working on the user stuff because I wanted to have that commit in here and done. Okay. So let's go back to the, where was it? We want the, do I want to do it in the home or the main? Because where would I create the user? I should probably create the user at the high level, right? Or the root. Right? I should probably make that call at the root. Keep slouching in my chair. Get rid of this lumbar pillow. All right. Let's go home. Where was it? Users, add new user. Command Shift P, then type shell command into search, select shell command, swell code, command path. Okay, we'll try that. Yeah, but then I need. This is what I've done this step multiple times before. I need to, because it says it's installed. Because watch, if I go, I'll go through this as an example. So if I go shell command uninstall, then I'll uninstall it, right? Whoops, hold on. Okay, I'll uninstall it, and then I'll go, and then I'll install it again, and then it'll work. And then it'll say it went in path. And then it'll work for a while. It'll work for a while because if I do git, if I add, it won't work now. But if I do git commit, it will open. Sorry, it will open the editor. But I have no changes. Like so, if I make a change here, just like make a comment or something like this, right? Git add. There. Now it'll open the editor. See? Right? It'll open the editor. Which you know isn't and then it'll uninstall itself. I've done this before. I just kind of gave up on doing it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so create a new user. So we need to send a post request, but it needs headers and shit, right? So I need to pass it the. And my hook is wrong. The thing is I need to add the ability for putting in. I need another attribute. Well, what's the like for fetch? What's the init? I guess it's init. Because I need to pass that in. And that would be what type? Request init. You blame Apple? Fair enough. You can blame Apple. You know, do that. Okay, so this username John Doe. The request body schema needs to be an ID. JSON.stringify user. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to, because this needs to be a post request, and I need to add all that, this meta stuff, this other data, to this. That needs to be inside of here. And then so I'll do another attribute. But I don't know what type necessarily this. Let's see, fetch JS fetch type. So I don't know what the type is. TypeScript's fetch. Because yeah. I want to have, like, what type is this? I don't know. You almost did it? I just don't know what, like, is it really just request init? Is that it? Is that the type? But like, would I call this init? Oh, it's application JSON? Yeah, but that's not the type though. I don't think. That's just included in... That's the header here. But if I'm passing this data to... This is a custom hook use data that I have, right? So that I can do... That I can communicate with the fake store API. Yeah, I'm trying to pass it to the hook. Like, I can do this, right? But then I don't know, and then I need to do init as well. So I don't know if this will work. Again, I don't know if this is the best way of handling this. That will work. Okay. I'll leave it then. Okay, because then I want to have that as optional too, right? Like, so I can make... Actually, I want to make this optional as well, because it's optional here. Okay. So then when I make the request here, I need to add that user. Or actually, I should probably add the user up here. Yeah, literally as I was typing, yeah. So I want to do like const like dummy user. Oh, what the hell did I do? Okay, dummy user or something? Dummy user? Or just user? Like, it doesn't need to be anything. Email. Password. I don't need it to be anything. And then I can make a call to that use data, right? And I can say const data is equal to use data. Given the users. And then I need to include this. So method, posts, and then headers, content type. Oh, it's like this. Yeah, and then I need to import this guy. And then body is user dot or JSON dot stringify. And then this should theoretically work. And then the user should be created. So let's see, we could just console log it. Or we could even just return it here. Just to see if it actually shows up. I don't care about doing any conditional loading state or anything because I'm just seeing whether it actually like works. Oh. What the what? You can pass that to the outlet context. Oh, right, because the users, it's going to need to know the user stuff, right? Oh, it's because the username and shit is like empty, right? That's why. Or maybe not, actually. What? Interesting. I thought I could just have these be empty, but maybe not. I don't know why it's blinking. I don't know if it's trying to do this, like, if it's self-triggering refreshes, that might be what's happening. Move the. Oh yeah, sure. I could try that. Oh. Are these dummy users? There's no way this is real info. This has got to be bullshit info, right? This is fake. Oh, you mean in the use data hook? Sorry. You mean from here, but then how do I add it to the fetch? Because I want to add it to the fetch. Like if I remove it here, then it's just gonna spit out all the guys. The bottom. What do you mean? I'm confused. Yeah, the bottom here it works. Oh, because I want to add a user. Post users. ID user. Update a user, delete a user, get all users. Oh. That's what you were talking about. But then is this going to yell at me? Because I thought it was dependent. Right? I don't know. Does that even like fix the problem? I don't know. Okay, well, it did return. Okay, so, but it doesn't return anything with, there's no user password. Or is that because this is empty again? I don't know. Yeah, because you'd think that the return on this is, I want to get the return value, response samples. How do I get the response code? I probably got to do a .then bullshit for that. I'm not in the mood. Oh, I can just log the data. That's the other thing I could do. I can just console log the data. Just like here. Or state, rather. Where's the console? Console. Oh, it's literally just the same thing. Network tab in Chrome will tell you in the code as well. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, okay, the fetch worked. Presumably. It was a 201 status, right? That's line 10 here, which is where the fetch was. Yeah, it looks like it worked. But it only returned the ID. Maybe it only does return the ID. Then this is wrong, because it says it returns this. It returns the username, email, password, but it just returned the ID. The other option is to just like use one of the like the default user. Like if I do like let's get rid of this. Wait, so why can't we have this as a dependency? That's my only confusion. I don't know why we can't have this as a dependency. Like why that causes trouble. I don't know. I'll leave it out for now. So let's, what if we just fetch a user? Yeah, I got the user. Where's the response here? Group. Okay, so it does John Doe. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so if we just call the first user, we could just use, instead of making a user, because that might be bullshit. We could, because it seems that there's default users inside of this fake store API, right? So when we're adding stuff to cart, we can just add it to this dummy user's cart. So we add a cart, okay. Get all carts. Like what happens when we get the carts? Now I'm just curious. I just want to see what it produces now. See, now it has a bunch of carts. And some of the carts have shit in it. Oh, and of course, okay. So now the products have a quantity here. I'm pretty sure John doesn't want to be called a dummy. Okay, so there's carts. Look at this. So user ID 3 has products with quantity. But if you go to the fake store API and then you go to update a cart, you can't specify quantity. So what gives? I don't know. I'm treating this like it's actually something that works. And maybe this API doesn't implement that. It doesn't actually store my data or anything like that. We might have to do this internally now that I think about it. Like if I create a user, it might not actually do anything. Yeah, exactly. The API actually like isn't doing, like it doesn't actually have a backend. It's just like giving us dummy replies. That might be the problem. I'm treating this like it's actually something that's like working for real, but I don't think it actually does. Like for example, if I add something to a cart and I create a cart, you know, and I update the cart or whatever. And then so like let's say I update a cart and then I refetch the cart. So I add a cart and then I update the cart and then I get a cart. Okay? Is the cart after the update actually gonna reflect the change? Like I don't know if there's persistence on this backend. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe there isn't. Maybe it's purely just to test fetches or some shit. Because in which case I have to implement the adding to cart all locally instead of through doing fetches. Which is fine, but I wish this would tell me if it actually stores shit or not. Which I would assume it probably doesn't, right? I don't know. It's just confusing. I don't know. They just said like, oh, fetch your shop items from fake store API, blah, 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 blah. Maybe they only mean fetching the items. Maybe everything else should be handled internally. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. I'm treating this like it's a real backend. That's the problem. I think that's the issue I'm running into here. So, you know, we could probably... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm going to leave it there for today, I think. My brain's tired. I don't feel like screwing around with it. I'll just remove this dependency. I don't care. anymore. And then I'll get rid of it. Let's get rid of this. I'll use the fake store API for the items, and that's it. And I'll handle the cart stuff locally. I'm actually gonna write that down because I don't know. I don't want to like rely on something that I don't fully understand how it's working. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have that. We have the cart item. Let's see. Handle cart data locally. Only use fake store for fetching products. Okay. All right. I think that's good for today. I appreciate all you watching. If you want to follow along on my journey, feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how close we are, actually. I haven't looked in a while, but, you know, hitting 1,000 subscribers would be cool. I suspect we'll hit it by the end of the week, but, you know, we'll see. If you want to be a part of my community and chat with folks, you can join the Discord. 1808, got you. Join the Discord, and yeah, I'll see you guys around. On Wednesday, I think is the next stream, so I'll see you then.